wonderful and energetic children. Welcome once again to another virtual lesson on mathematics for Basic 5. We want to talk about data, and under data, what we want to talk about is collection and handling of data. In the collection and handling of data, we want to talk about bar graph. Bar graph. Previously, we learned about data, and we talked about what first-hand and second-hand data. And we said that first-hand data is data we collect on our own. And we also said second-hand data is data some people have been collected and we use. So today, we are going to use some data being collected by some people to plot a bar graph. To plot a bar graph. So what are we learning today? We are learning to use data collected to draw a bar graph. To draw a bar graph. Good. So we are going to use data collected to draw a bar graph. Our keyword we meet, or we can meet a lot of ways, but the major one is what? Bar graph. Bar graph. When you talk of graph, plotting a graph can be in many ways. It can be used picture graph or pictograph. You can have block graph. You can also have bar graph. So when you say bar graph, it's like you are using bars. Okay, using bars to what? To stand at their hot position. So using bars or rod or let's say something like this to stand. So we say, oh, that's bar graph. So we are going to take our first example and then we plot a bar graph using the data given to us. So example, 32 pupils of a class borrowed the following number of books during a month from the school library. Display this information with the help of bar graph. With the help of bar graph. Good. So we have the information here. We have the information, right? This is the data being collected for us. We are going to use this data to plot a bar graph. And we are seeing a number of what? Books. So number of books. 2 books was taken by how many people? 4 people. And 3 books were taken by 12 people. 4 books were taken by how many people? 9. And 5 books were also taken by 7 people. So we're going to use this information given to us to plot the bar graph. First of all, to plot the bar graph, you have to draw your y and x axis as usual. You draw your y and then x axis. To draw that, this one round, you're not going to draw it and then cross it. You draw it by what? Using what? A point. Okay? You draw it to meet the point. Okay? So you draw the y-axis to stand, and you draw the x-axis to lie down. So if you use the vertical line, you draw it as vertical, y-axis to be the vertical, and then the horizontal line is the what? The x-axis. Vertical, horizontal is x-axis, and then y-axis. So always you label your graph, the point, the meeting point to be what? 0. Okay? Always your meeting point should be 0. Now, you are going to plot the graph by using the number of what? Books and number of pupils. Always, number of pupils should be at the vertical side. Should be at where? The vertical side. So I'm going to write my number of what? Pupils here. Number of pupils. Good. Now, number of people, look at the figures we have. Look at the figures we have. What I want to use, I start from 0, I move to 1, 2, 3. You see that it will be too long for me. It will be too long. So we cannot cut this short. Okay, I can say from 0, I'll move to which one? 2. Then I'll use the same intervals. I'll use the same what? The same interval. So from 0 to, then I have to move to where? 4. Then 6. Then 7. 8, sorry. Then what? 2 intervals. So 8. Then 10. Then I can say here is what? 12. 2, 2, 2, 2. So from 0 I move to 2. Don't move to 3. Okay? Because you are using 2 scales, right? So you see here, the scale you are using here is what? 1 centimeter to 2 units. So, but forget about the scale, just you are plotting right. So just make sure that you indicate it what the figures that will help you to plot the graph easily. Okay, that will help you to plot the graph easily. Now, what do you have? You have the number of what? Books. Number of people. You said here should be the number of people. Then here will be what? The number of books. Number of books. Good. So that means I'm going to indicate the number of books here, and I'm going to indicate the number of what? Peoples here. So this is the number of peoples I have, and this number of books. First, let's take 2. Yeah, that's from where? Which one? 2. So 2 books. So first of all, this is my 2 books. Let's start. 2 books. How many peoples took that? How many peoples took 4 books? 2 books. It's what? 4 people. So I'll just move straight to where the 4 is, right? Then I'll indicate something that's small so that I know that that's where I'm going to draw my graph up to, my bar up to. So this is it. You put it straight. Make sure you leave what? Bar graph will leave the same intervals. So from here, I have to leave the same interval from what? In between, the same interval. So I'm going to plot my first one as example. This is where my 4 is. So 4 peoples. 4 people, not peoples, 4. So 4 peoples. So this is what? 4, 2. So 2 books were taken by 4 peoples. Good, let's move on. 3 books. So here will be my 3 books. So let me just draw. And it's up to which one? 12. So 3 books were taken by 12 people. So let's move to where the 12 is. 12. Good. On the street, and you use the graph sheet. So this is how I talk is. Good. So as you are seeing, this is how I talk. So 3 books were taken by how many people? 12 people. So these 3 books were taken by 12 people. So the number of people here, and the number of books are here. Let's move to the second one and the third one, which is 4 books. So 4 books. How many books took 4 books? 9. So looking at it, you don't have 9 here. You don't have 9 here. So look at the middle of, in between 8 and 9. You can get what? 9, in between 8 and 10, sorry. In between 8 and 10. You can get 9. You can get 9. So just what? Indicate in the middle of 8 and 10, you have your 9 there. When you use the graph, it will be easy for you. So these my 4 books were taken by how many people? 9 people. So in between 8 and 10, you have your 9 there. Another one, which is the last one, which is what? 5. So 5 books were taken by how many people? 7. So this one, we have to look at the numbers. 6, in between 6 and 8, you bound this out, get your 7 there. In between 6 and 8, your 7 will be there. So just indicate, or don't write the 7 there, just indicate the mark there, right? So now we move to the 5 books. Now you draw your bar. Where is our 7? Our 7. So this is for 5 books. Good. So these are our bars and they are standing. So bars, you have to make sure that there is the same from here to here. It must be the same from what? This bar to this bar. It must be the same as this bar, from this bar to this bar. The same as this bar to this bar. So you must make sure that you leave the same what? Interval. The same interval. And here when you are labeling, to make sure that you use the same one. When you will able to make sure that you move the 2 intervals, okay? 2 intervals. So make sure that your bar stand, and when they are standing too, they stand with what? Equal intervals, and they stand straight. Use the bar, use the graph book or the graph sheet to draw the bar graphs using the information given. Always indicate your number of peoples at this side and indicate the number of items at the horizontal side. So vertical side, number of 4 peoples, and the horizontal number of books. That's under the x axis. And then for y axis, number of peoples. So just indicate, and you can draw your bar easily. Okay, you can draw your bar easily. So you can also be asked to interpret this graph using the information given to us. So in our next video, we're going to talk about how to interpret a graph or read a graph. Okay, we're going to talk about that. So I love you all. Keep studying hard. Bye bye.